You will see at the start of the film it has become difficult to spend life on Earth on future. The people moving to a new planet from the Earth. Its name is Nova Prime. An army is shown in the movie. The soldiers were helping humans to shift to the Nova Prime. It discovers the planet where humans were shifting. Other aliens also live there. The aliens throw strange creatures on humans to get rid on them. But the creatures was blind. This creatures attacks humans after detecting the scary behavior are human. The human who were afraid of them, the creatures detect and attack them. Now the humans were near extinction because of those creatures. The scene cuts and the army is again shown. The army we saw at the start of the movie. This army has searched for a way to end the creature, to save the humans. The commander of this army named Cypher has found a technique to end those creatures. He named it ghosting. While using this technique he goes near them without getting scared. The creature couldn't elect flim. They and those creatures when they become completely blind. Some teenagers are shown in the next scene. They were taking training from Nova Prime to become rangers. A boy is shown in these teenagers named Katai. It is told Kid Katai is Commander Cypher's son, whom I told you he has found the ghosting technique. Because of him, human life was saved on this planet. Katai was ambitious to be a ranger because his sister was ended while saving him by those creatures. He was becoming a ranger to take revenge on his sister and end the left creatures. Katai was told on the evaluation day he is not selected because of his bad performance. Katai becomes upset because of it. Katai's father is shown who has returned home from his mission. Cypher meets his wife and asks his son Katai during dinner what happened with your training. Katai replies that he couldn't select as a ranger. Katai becomes furious as Cypher says that he should work harder. He was about to leave. Cypher stops Katai. After dinner, Cypher tells his wife that he is going on his last mission to train some rangers, then he will take retirement from his job. Cypher's wife says that you should take Katai with you, so he will learn how to be a ranger. She also tells Katai still blames himself for his sister's death. The next day, Cypher and Katai are shown ready for their next mission. Before leaving, a ranger arrives at Cypher. He salutes Cypher on his one leg despite the fact that he lacks a leg, because Cypher has saved his life during the war. Katai feels good while seeing his father's respect. The rangers are shown loading the creatures in their ship. For the training purpose, the spaceship takes off from Nova Prime for a new planet. Cypher asks his son Katai to take a rest for some time. Katai wasn't feeling sleepy because of the weird seats on the spaceship. Katai moved to the side where the creatures was tied while standing from his seat. A ranger stopped Katai to move towards Ursa. The group of rangers sitting near allow him to go near Ursa just to see if he is brave like his father. As Katai goes near Ursa, it smells his feared thieves to release itself in anger. During this, Cypher awakes and notices there is something wrong with the spaceship. He checks the gravitational force of the ship with the help of his drink. He feels something is closed in the ship. Katai sits on his seat and ties his belt. Cypher goes to pilot. Here we notice the ship mistakenly enters into an asteroid shower. The ship gets damaged. Because of it, it couldn't reach its destination. Now they have to search for a suitable planet for humans. The pilot searches and finds nearby planet Earth. Cypher doesn't feel it's safe because there was nothing left when the humans moved from here. They have no other way, so they have to land on Earth. The ship was moving towards the Earth at a high speed. Cypher comes to his son Katai. He was panicked. He was remembering the scene of his sister's death. Cypher clams down his son. The ship breaks because of the high speed. The fall out of the ship. Because of trying the seat belt, he remained on the seat. Because of the crash landing, Katai jeers faint. Finally, humans have returned to their homes after 1,000 years. Katai comes to his senses and sees the dead bodies of rangers around him. He finds Cypher's body there. Katai hugs him, but Katai gets shocked after something when Cypher comes to his senses. The good thing was Cypher was still alive. The bad things is his legs were badly injured. Cypher asks Katai how many people are alive. Katai tells Cypher except for us everyone is dead here. Katai also tells Cypher the part of the ship where Ursa was imprisoned is missing. Cypher was feeling maybe the creatures is ended in this accident. He asks Katai to be careful. Cypher tells Katai about a communicator. Its name is Beacon. It sends the Razu signals from the Nova Prime in form of an emergency. But they become disappointed. Beacon was fully damaged. Katai takes Cypher to the control panel. Luckily, it was still working. Cypher searches for the other beacon's position from this control panel. It was in another area of the ship. That part of the ship fell 100 kilometers away from here at the time of crash landing. They can't go home without a beacon now, they have to get the beacon at any cost. Kitai has to do all this because Cypher's leg were injured and he couldn't walk. It wasn't easy for Kitai to do all this. Cypher tells him he will watch him through the control panel. With it, Cypher gives Kitai instructions to be saved from the Earth's creature. These creatures will become dangerous for humans in thousands of years. Cypher gives Kitai a communicator, weapons, and capsules. There was fluid in those capsules, which can enhance the oxygen. At this time, the oxygen level was low on Earth. Due to it, he may face trouble breathing. Because of the damaged atmosphere of the Earth, the climate was also damaged as well. Cypher asks Kitai to live in warm places, so the Earth's heat will keep him warm at night. When Kitai leaves, Cypher checks his leg. It was damaged badly. Cypher takes painkillers because of severe pain. He feels sleepy because of it. Before sleeping, Cypher notices Kitai has reached a forest. The creature was about to attack him. Cypher hurriedly informs Kitai about those creatures. He asks him to stay away from them. Now Kitai is shown. There was a giant monkey behind him. Kitai throws a stone at the monkey while being scared of it. A group of monkeys was about to attack Kitai, but he escapes immediately. Cypher was guiding Kitai in the directions from the control panel. Kitai was running from there to escape. Finally, the monkeys leave him. He jumps into a river and a poisonous leech attaches to his body. Cypher was still watching Kitai from the control panel. He asks Kitai to take the antidote. Kitai gets faint while injecting the antidote. Cypher awakes Kitai after some time because the Earth's temperature was getting low. He has to move towards the hot spot of Earth before the night appears. If he doesn't want to die being frozen, Kitai runs towards a hut to save his life. Cypher is shown while doing his surgery. Cypher was feeling he will not remain alive. He sees some memories of his family before dying. Kitai was also not in a good position because while escaping his 2 capsules were destroyed. He has to reach his destination if he wants to stay alive. Cypher asks Kitai about his position and tells a lie that everything is fine. The night appears and Kitai is shown safe in a cave. Kitai questions Cypher, "How did you find the ghosting technique?" Cypher tells when he was going somewhere suddenly, Ursa appeared in front of him. Cypher stands there being scared after seeing Ursa. Ursa starts shouting in its strange voice near his shoulder. During this, they fell into a river. Cypher tells him Ursa was upside his body at the bottom of the river. It was about to eat Cypher and I accepted my death at that time. The fear was removed from my mind. Because Cypher's fear was removed so Ursa couldn't see him. Cypher has easily ended it. Kitai has discovered the trick is they don't have to be feared. Kitai sleeps while hearing his father's story. Kitai continues his journey the next morning. On another side, Cypher feels Ursa's presence. Kitai reaches a high waterfall. He can reach his destination while crossing it. At this point, Cypher asks Kitai how many oxygen capsules he has. Kitai feels embarrassed while telling him that he only has 2 capsules. Cypher asks Kitai to leave his mission there. Kitai remembers the incident when his sister saved him from Ursa. He becomes depressed. He says to Cypher, being furious he is not a coward, and jumps from the waterfall. After jumping he was using his suit as a guide direction. Before he reaches the bottom, a huge bird attacks him. His communicators also breaks because of it. He was in contact with Cypher. Kitai awakes after some time in a bird's nest. There were small chicks around Kitai. A leopard Kitai as he comes out of the net. Kitai fights with the leopard to save his life. All the chicks die during this fight. Kitai runs from there to escape from the bird. On another side, Cypher is shown searching for Kitai with the satellite monitor. He finds 2 officers instead of Kitai. They were hanged with the tree. From this, he discovers that Ursa is still alive. Kitai is shown again resting in a cave. He makes a map here. With its help, he will be able to find the tail's direction. Kitai continue his journey the next morning. The bird was also chasing him. Kitai was also facing difficulty breathing. He takes his last oxygen capsule. Kitai makes a boat and feels sleepy while traveling on the boat. Kitai awakes and notices the temperature of the Earth is getting down. Everything around him because frozen. Kitai gets faint because of the cold. A weird thing is shown pulling Kitai towards it. The next morning, he discovers he was feeling a bird is chasing him. It has saved his life. Kitai thanks the bird but notices the bird is dead. Without wasting his time, Kitai moves forward. He reaches the tail of the ship. He searches for the liquid oxygen first. Taking the oxygen, he reaches the camber of the ship where Ursa was imprisoned. He sees that Ursa wasn't there. Kitai also finds the beacon here. He contacts Cypher here, but he couldn't hear Cypher because of some technical issues. Cypher was happy while knowing his son is alive. Kitai contacts the rescue team with the help of a beacon. Beacon wasn't working because of the atmosphere. Kitai sees a volcano. Kitai decides to use a beacon while going there. Before it, Ursa reaches there and Kitai was running while escaping from it. Ursa was continuously chasing him. Because it can feel Kitai's fear, Ursa was about to eat Kitai and jumps into the water. Like this, he was saved from Ursa for a short time. He travels to the mountain from the water. Cypher is also shown to fainted because of his injuries. Kitai was also scared of Ursa. He remembers what his father said when Ursa comes near to him. As Kitai accepts his death, the fear removes from him. Ursa couldn't find him like this. Now, he was able to end Ursa. He ends Ursa and uses his beacon to send the rescue signals to Nova Prime. Kitai is shown in a rescue ship in the last scene of the movie. Everyone was appreciating him. Cypher was also on a bed in this rescue. He was treated for his injuries. As he sees his son, he salutes him while standing with the help of rangers. Here, Cypher and Kitai hug each other. This movie ends while showing this.